This is massive. Get over that 280 level. What's going on with this? Everyone's there. I'll get it for $50. Oh, why not? I'll set up the stream now. Let's get going. That's setting up this stream. This is Mobilicom. Hey Alberto. Kyle. Morning Steve. Hey Vols. Mobilicom has announced share buyback of small parcel holding shareholders who hold less than a $500 worth of fully paid ordinary shares of Mobilicom shares listed on the ASX. Whatever that means, that's why it's moving up. It's a share buyback. He announced a share buyback. Don't know what the price is. Don't care. Kind of scratch trade. Yeah, that's why I got out, Vols. So I got in as we made new highs here. So we have this move up, pull back. We made new highs. I got in. We had a pullback here to the $0.50. Then we had the devil horns. I took some profits up here, but then the devil horns kind of wiped that out. So it broke the VWAP. I thought, okay, I'm just going to get out. The horns there were ominous. So I got a small profit, pays for the transaction. Kind of scratching in real terms. They made $50. Yeah, exactly, Volt. It's you can pay attention to the indicators. It'll save you a lot of money. My Benzinga scanners aren't fully functional this morning for whatever reason, but I've got enough to keep me going. I'll keep trying. I'll tell you what that is. There you go. That's on. That was from OBS, so I got rid of that now. Would I do anything with Rita? Yeah, I've looked at Rita this morning. It's sideways. It gapped up after hours yesterday. It's sideways at the moment, Klaatu. But yeah, look, it's not doing anything right now. The VWAP is just it's just kind of chopping across the VWAP. So if it does something, yeah, why not? It needs good volume. Right now, there's no volume. But I think maybe if it gets a bit of volume, I'll put it on the watch list. If it gets a bit of volume and then starts to make moves, yeah, I might look at it. But at the moment, it's just sideways chop. It's not doing anything. Hey, Invest Addict, Les, good to see you here. Hey, Philly. I'm okay, mate. I hope you're well. Yeah, so ONCS as well had news. OncoSec Medical had news today. They had an offering registration that they've withdrawn, so they've requested to withdraw. So that's why OncoSec's rallying. It's we'll see what happens. AMC not quite green on the day, but having a bit of a pop. The market itself is looking a bit weak, just gone red on the day. So selling off hard, vomiting, what it's doing. Now at 396. So let's have a look at this on the daily. So yeah, we've look at this on the daily. It's not looking too appetizing. So it broke structure, but if we last kind of support level was here, so we're approaching that level now, kind of 392, 393. So a whole $10 of 390. That's what I would say. You needs to stay above that. Ideally 394, 395. But we've got a bit of support here. This is a wider market on the SPY. Some pullback, then it continues. I didn't mind the pullback. It's just I don't want it to get to this level here, kind of under 390, and it then means that we're going to test the 375 level. So let's see what happens today. Bearish or bullish? I think bullish today personally, but you let me know your thoughts. Well, I don't remember how high it got yesterday, but it finished at a high of 38.94 at Klaatu. So 38.94 it got to a high of. It closed out at 31.11. That was yesterday. 31.17 actually. Closed out at 31.17. So it gapped up overnight, huge amounts. Currently 172%. The news on it, it does have news. It's an FDA approval. I've not, it's a huge, it's a huge gap up, but it's an FDA approval for Frederick's Antaxia drug. So we'll see. It's a bit of a strange move. Looking at on the 5 minutes, a bit of a strange. It's just a gap up and then just sideways action. It's not typical of an FDA approval kind of momentum. So it's not got any momentum right now. It's just gapped up. We'll see what happens at the bell. it might then start to trend, and that's what we're looking for. It's something that starts to trend. Good afternoon, Ed. Shorting it again, I'm not seeing any weakness or any strength. It's just sideways at the moment, so I want to see some kind of indication of which way it's going to go. So short it, long it, whatever you want to do with it. In the meantime, I'm not too sure on it yet. ONCS, just a nice double bottom on ONCS. ONCS is here. Double bottom. Take a look at it for you. There you go, away learning. Yeah. Sientra, nobody trading it. There's no trades gone through. I mean, the total trades today is only 22 trades today in total. So there's just not enough volume at the moment with Sientra. Sold off yesterday. The longer term chart, very weak. 155. It could go up, it could go down, but the news, the market isn't reacting. If it's got news, the market isn't reacting to any news. Do not trade the rumor, not the news. That's what they say. Don't trade the news, trade the market action. Trade the reaction, trade the price action. Never trade the news, because you never know how the market's going to react to it. You can get great news and the market sells off. You can get absolutely appalling news and the market rallies. Do not trade the news. Well, I believe so. I believe Twitch has a bit of a less delay, but we'll see. How long have I been trading? A couple of, well, it depends what you full time. I've been trading full time like 3 years now. I've been trading since took my first trade would have been about 2009. So I've been in the market swing trading and in investing since about 2009 on a part-time basis. But full-time for about 3 years. There's not much moving now. You're absolutely right, Kyle. I tried to get in on Mobilicom. It popped up, but it didn't sustain. I got the devil horns, which was the exit indicator. I should have just taken the I got about $1,000 up at one stage, and when I took this off, it was a 500 up. And then it pulled back. So yeah, probably not gonna. We'll just wait for the right opportunity. That's all we can do. In the meantime, we look for. If you don't trade, you don't trade. Don't take a trade just because you sat there. I'm actually hungry. I need to make an appointment at the dentist as well. I need a filling. I think it's filling. I think I've got a filling here. I think it's come out. I'm gonna have to check myself. Really painful. Yeah, so the S&P 500 just vomiting, really. Let's have a look why. Not really seeing anything. Index continues to be very choppy. That's all I've got. Yeah, I can see that for myself. Come on. Give me something I can use. I'm not seeing any particular catalyst as to why it's selling off, JSpec. Just market weakness by the looks of it. Sector weakness, market weakness, whatever. It needs to stay above 390 though. So that's the last swing low. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I saw that VVOS made a pop. It's a smaller, lower price. Kind of 85 cents. Did make a pop. Now it's kind of not really doing much at all. But we'll see. I don't like trading these literal penny stocks for a number of reasons, but if you're in it, good luck to you. I hope you make a fortune. Nothing moving right now. ONCS probably the most in terms of momentum and in terms of pattern. It's actually not. If I look at the 1 minute chart here, I'm looking at a double bottom. But if I actually zoom out and look at it on a higher time frame, it could be inverse head and shoulders or a triple bottom. Typically, they do break upwards. Triple bottoms, inverse head and shoulders, double bottoms, whichever one you want. Typically, it will break upwards. But it does have to complete the pattern before you get in. So 230 will be my breakout level, I would say. But then you're getting into the walls of the high of day, which is 245, 238. So yeah, just be careful. One that looks probably most likely to move up. Why do I not trade stocks below $1? Well, a number of reasons. So if I'm taking, I have to take into account the commissions and charges that I'm going to incur on each trade. So I get trade per fill now, which makes it worse. But I'm hitting commissions. I get charged per share for ECN fees, FINRA fees, and legislative fees, etc. So the bigger the size, the more it's going to cost me. So I've got to take all that into consideration. I've got to take a bigger size to make smaller amount of money with the smaller low float penny stocks. And as a result of taking bigger size, I'm going to incur bigger charges. So I need to make a bigger return. So for me to let's say a 50 cents, something that's 50 cents, for me to make $50 on it, it's got to move. Well, I've either got to take a reasonable size. Let's say it moves 5 cents. For me to make $50 on it, I've then got to have 5,000 shares or whatever, or 1,000 shares, whatever. So for it to move 5 cents, I'm then going to incur the fees for it to do that. But for it to move 5 cents, it's got to move 10%. So a 50-cent stock's got to move 10% just for me to break even. It just doesn't. It's not worth it. It's like telling when I had my VP of sales, regional VP of sales role, I was earning 6 figures. It's like asking me, why do you not take your empty beer bottles back to the shop to get your deposit, your 10 cent deposit or whatever it is. It's just not worth my time. No, it's not just a CMEG thing. It's not just a CMEG thing. I think it's anytime you're getting charged commissions and fees and regulatory fees and everything else, the lower price stocks, because if it's charged per share, you end up taking a larger position because it's cheap, and you end up incurring a larger fee. So you've got that to it as well, and then you've got to cover it. So the actual cost of the trade becomes pro rata. It becomes a larger percentage of your earnings on these penny stocks. On top of that, you get the issue of manipulation. You get a lot more manipulation at this level, pump and dumps, etc. If you're I prefer to trade low float stocks because you get good solid moves with good volume. If you're going with these penny stocks, if they're a low float, they're not going to move very much. So you're going to end up with big float stocks and that's why they're little penny stocks. A Mullen Automotive is a perfect thing that springs to mind. You're talking like 1 billion shares in the float, so it's never going to get to $1, you know. It's just I just don't trade them. There's a number of reasons I don't trade them. I just don't think it's worthwhile to trade. I think there's more. You're not going to get leverage on a penny stock either because it's too risky. Think about that for a second. If the brokers are saying trading penny stocks is too risky, so risky that we're not going to give you any leverage, they usually know something. So ask yourself, why will they not give you leverage on a penny stock? You know? I'd rather trade. What started me? I had my floor at $3, and what started that off was when I first signed up with CMEG. $3 was the basement level that I could get leverage on a stock. That's now moved up to $5 last year. But I've now got an account where I don't necessarily use a lot of leverage unless I'm trading the mid and high caps. So for the smaller float stocks, I can trade, you know, as if I've got leverage on a small account. But I got used to trading $3 and above. So now that I've got a larger account, I will go as low as kind of $2, providing it's got the right criteria in terms of momentum and volume and trend strength. But otherwise, it's just not worth it. I think it's just a bit too risky to go in, and I lose money. Historically speaking, I look at the facts and figures, I look at the stats, and if I trade those penny stocks, I lose more than I win. That's just a fact. That's just the statistics show me not to trade the penny stocks because, you know, I'm not making any money trading them. So I would rather trade the low float, low cap stocks that are above, say, $3. I might go as low as $2 occasionally for strong stocks that are looking strong and moving with a good catalyst. But more often than not, I have my floor at $3. I prefer, my sweet spot is between 5 and kind of 30. But you do you. My strategy is my strategy. It suits me. Your strategy is your strategy. Yeah, you can learn from me. That's all well and good, but tweak it to your own style. Tweak it to what suits you better. You know, do you trade the open? Do you trade the close? Do you trade during the day? All of this is something that you need to find out for yourself if you're trading. Two days in a row, Benzinga's been a bit iffy. going crazy. I mean, it's got 6-cent range, so if it's going crazy, the range is usually a bit more volatile than just 6 cents. But look, let's see. I mean, it's all the scale that you're looking at here. So with ONCS, it's just dropped like 16 cents. So 16 cents. I mean, I've been trading over the last couple of weeks. I've been trading stocks that have that as a spread, let alone, you know. So it's all relative. 16 cents, however, on that's 8% of a $2 stock. That's 8%. Well, RET is not moving either. OAL. I'll just keep. Remember one of those days that we just sit on our hands, guys, and we'll just rant about the have a rant about the market. And anything else that pops to mind. So Mobilicom popped up, didn't do anything, sold off. We've got whole bunch of things here. Lionheart 3. Yeah, Volt, I don't know. We had some good earnings. We had some good earnings there, Vols. So, you know, you tend to find that's where the volatility comes from. Unless there's a bit of a... unless there's a bit of a catalyst, you know, an economic moat type catalyst that you're looking at on a particular stock, most of the mid and high caps, it usually revolves around earnings. They might get news, they might get activist investment, they might get, you know, investigation, they might get patents, whatever it is that causes the stock to move. Otherwise, you're relying on the wider market conditions or sector conditions to drive it one way or another. That's the mid and high cap stocks, and you tend to find that it's probably easier to trade the mid and high cap stocks. The overall moves are not as volatile, but you have to have a larger account to make any decent money with it. That's the thing with that. No, it's a White Calvus. It's a very good question. So at 8 a.m. here, so we get these algorithmic spikes that don't actually affect the price action. When I first started trading, it used to freak me out. If I was in a trade at 8 o'clock, the price spikes would go algorithmic price spikes would go absolutely nuts. And it would, you know, you think that because you're watching the chart instead of the price action, and well, you should be watching both, plus you need to be watching, it's like driving, you need to be watching multiple things and taking in multiple sources of data at any one time. And that comes with practice. So with the algorithmic price spikes, what's actually happening is the off order, it's the market makers and the exchanges that are rectifying the off exchange orders. So the places like dark pools and the likes. So off exchange orders that taken place the day before then get rectified and on the 8 a.m. every morning, and it comes through as these algorithmic spikes. It's just it's just something that happens. It doesn't affect the price action at all. You see a huge volume, but it doesn't affect the price action at all. Entry. I don't give entries and exits a Kira shot. I'll take a look at PTN. Just noise, absolutely white canvas. Happens every day. You do need to keep an eye on it because you can. Oh, so Palatine Technologies. There's nobody trading it at all. Very low volume, even during the day, during the regular session yesterday. Very low volume. Nobody really wants to trade this. It's looking weak on the longer term chart as well. Not very strong. At 320, it's not something I would touch. It would need a significant catalyst. There's no intraday trades there, first and foremost. It would need a significant catalyst for me to trade this. Yesterday, I'll tell you exactly. So yesterday we had a volume of 64,000 shares across the whole day. Normally we're talking volume that around between 30 and 40,000 shares a day. You want to be seeing that per minute if you're going to be trading it intraday. If you're looking at swinging it, you want to be doing your research. You want to be finding out what kind of economic, what they're looking like economically. What's the balance sheet like? Are they making money? Do they pay dividends, etc., etc. Right now, I wouldn't touch that personally. But that's just me. It's not financial advice. It's just the opinion of a fat guy on the internet. Jim Sanderson. Well, let's have a look at that pop there. That you, yeah, popped up. Black box stocks. This did this on Monday as well. It popped up and then pulled back really quick. So just be careful. It's got a bit of a history of doing that. It did it at the close yesterday. Popped up and pulled back. So just be careful. There you go. I'll make an appointment with them tomorrow. Dentist. Probably not having the best best moment. So I saw your message there. Okay, farmer. Okay, so not seeing a catalyst. Moving, but not seeing a catalyst here. Be careful. 21,000 shares extending. Really want to see a catalyst. This is down overnight. Did have a catalyst yesterday, but didn't really move up. It sold off, so that was yesterday. They had an iDrug package that got customs clearance to enter the US. That was it yesterday. So whether that's a continuation from yesterday, delayed reaction, I don't know. Just be careful with it. Yeah, like I say, they got customs clearance yesterday, so it didn't seem, the market didn't react to it yesterday, so I don't know if it's reacting just kind of a late reaction, and we're getting the continuation on that now, but yesterday it didn't. This went up to $7 last month. Oh, by the way, happy March. It's the 1st of March today, so new month. Just effectively just looking for things to trade today. AMC trying to make another move back up. It's struggling below $7, so I'll wait for the AMC to break $7 before I even consider it. This is a reasonable pullback, but it's just not looking strong enough for me right now. It's 32% up on the day. Just looking generally weak. So right now, Akoyo, we've got 1.3 million shares traded. Normally does 387,000, so it's high relative volume. It is up quite a bit. But you can't. That initial move is always suspect. If you get in that initial move, are you going to get continuation? So the best thing to do with those first moves up is, if you see them moving, scalp it, fine, by all means. But don't. Once you get to your goal, just get out and then look for another entry and wait for the pullback for the next entry. Yeah, the only thing I can see on this is the customs clearance yesterday. Just not seeing anything that's really attracting me this morning. Mobilicom got my attention, but then sold off. Apart from that, no, nothing. So we've got just over 20 minutes to the open. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of movement at the open. It's very, very quiet pre-market today. Very quiet pre-market. Let's have a look at the calendar. Earnings today. I'm just going to Not even looked at the earnings calendar today so far. But let's have a look. What have we got? Workhorse Group. That's down 33% on the EPS, so that's a not great. Jack in the Box. GSAT, Global Star GSAT. Let's have a quick look at GSAT. Global Star. There's nobody trading it though. Even though it's had earnings, there's nobody trading. This is the problem. Why I don't like trying to trade earnings before the market opens. Dollar Tree had earnings, Coles, and Curate Retail. We've seen that have volatile spikes. Horizon Therapeutics has had some big spikes as well. There's no big names. I think the majority of the earnings are pretty much done. Let's have a look after what's happening this evening. Have we got any decent earners this afternoon after hours? Plug Power, yeah. Snowflake, nah. Salesforce, CRM, that could be interesting to watch. Where are we at with CRM? Salesforce. Right now, it's very sideways chop over the last few days. Look at this on the daily. So, last few days, sideways choppy. Not as bad as the overall market, but Salesforce could be interesting to watch this afternoon, after hours. Anything else? Vuzix. Yeah, I'm not seeing at this moment in time any really big names for earnings today. Splunk, that could be interesting. Yeah, there's not a lot of big names today. So Salesforce and maybe Splunk, probably the ones to watch out for after hours. The rest, probably not. Any IPOs today, nothing scheduled or nothing confirmed at least. Any additional economic 9:45, the manufacturing PMI is coming out. Manufacturing data coming out at 10. So ISM manufacturing orders index, the employment, manufacturing prices, and manufacturing PMI, all coming out at 10 a.m. So not a lot in terms of macroeconomic impact either. So it looks like today could very well be a bit of a slow one. Well, Carvana. What do I think of Carvana? On the daily, it's looking weak. At the moment, pre-market, there's not enough volume. On the 15, had a good, strong day yesterday. Held most of its gains. The overall volume probably not great at the moment, but who knows? If it can move back up over 950 at the bell, we'll see. It needs to stay green on the day. It's just sideways. It's like less than 0.5% down. It's sideways at the moment, but there's nobody trading it. There's very low volume, so I'll see what happens at the bell. But right now, I'm just going to sit on my hands and just watch the scanners, see what happens at the bell. If we can get some movement, great. If not, then we'll come back tomorrow. That was Carvana. Palisade Bio had a bit of a pop here. went up to 250. This just why is that not on my scanner? It's only 10% up. It's 10% up on the day. So it is on the scanner. So let's have a look. Palisades. Palisade Bio receives intention to grant from European Patent Office. There you go. But it's not actually got a patent granted, it's got an intention that they may grant it. Palisades is low volume, relatively speaking, at the moment. But that could change. 3.8 million in the float. Not a huge short interest. So, yeah, I mean, if it starts to get some momentum behind it and starts trending either up or down, yeah, I might look at it. But right now, there's, like most things at the moment, there's just no trades. It's going to be a choppy day, and I'd rather just take the $50 and run than lose 15,000. When the liquidity comes in at the Bell White Calvus, you might get a bit of volume, and then with the volume and the liquidity comes the spread should narrow. But right now, it's just not worth the risk. The range, if we're looking at this, well, the spreads aren't huge at the moment, 2 cents, but it's only 6 cents on the range, so it's a third of the range is what is taken up by the spread. We've got 14 minutes plus change. Just about to do something then, and I can't remember what it was. Top gapper today, it's just traveling, it's just trading sideways at the moment on the higher time frames. Spreads on this are the whole dollar spreads. So your spread's covered by your range is covered by your spread at the minute. So you've got a 70-cent range, and you've got like whole dollar spread. So you're not even covering your spreads with the range. So Rita Pharmaceutical probably not the best. It's probably a bit too risky at this moment in time. Needs a bit more on the range, or the spreads need to narrow. So when you've got a whole dollar spread and the range isn't a whole dollar, you need your spreads to be covered by your range. Otherwise, it's just no trade. I was about to change that annoying music. You're absolutely right, Alistair. I'm not with it today. I've got toothache on both sides. I've got a gold inlay here that's come loose while I was chewing a caramel yesterday, and so I need to get that reset. I've got, I think, one of my fillings has come out or something. It feels like fillings come out over that side, so it's really. That's a good question, Moose. I'm not sure. I don't think you can. I mean, Dash Trading does have its own charting in there, but I don't think you can link the two, because one's the two different trading platforms. I'm not sure if you can how you could link them. But I know you can link Dash Trader to TD Ameritrade. If you're trading with TD Ameritrade, which I'm assuming you are with using Thinkorswim, you can keep your Thinkorswim open, because that's a free platform from TA, and you can link your Dash Trader directly to TD Ameritrade, and they and trade directly there. Yeah, it's not so much that it's loose. It's I mean, the inlay here is a little bit loose, but it fits nice. So I've just put that back in. and I'll go on. I've not booked an appointment yet, but I'll do that after this live stream. It's this side that's really bothering me. I've put a bit of Bonjela on, which eases it a little bit, but yeah, toothaches are literally a pain. I find red wine's good for a lot of things, Alistair. Absolutely. Looks like my dinner might be soup tonight. I'm just struggling. Find anything worth trading. If you see something moving, let me know. Yeah, cheers, Benzinga. I logged the ticket with Benzinga for the widget situation. I mean, I've still got the data, which is not. It's more of a. It's a less of an issue than. I'm still seeing the data, but it's the having the widgets available is a big thing for me. ONCS has potential. I'm watching that. Other than that, there's nothing else moving. Hey, catch you later, Julie. No, I'm not. I wouldn't recommend Guinness for toothache. No. When I drink and trade, I lose money, as people on this stream can testify. Yeah, I might pop over to get a temporary filling while I'm waiting. I'll make the appointment, then I'll nip to the pharmacy and get one of those temporary fillings. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Miyako's gonna start. So get tapping that screen. If you're on TikTok, get tapping that screen. Let's get the like count up. We need 3,000 likes to give Miyako a treat. She's been starved of light because you've not been. These duck treats are sat here by the PC, and she's not getting any because you're not tapping that screen. And it really helps with the algorithm when you tap that screen. The same thing with YouTube. If you've not smashed the thumbs button. And I was going to say thumbs up, but quite frankly, I don't care if it's thumbs up or thumbs down. Smash the thumbs up button. It shows you're interacting with the channel, and a more engaged audience gets pushed out. The stream will get pushed out as a suggestion to more people. The more people we get in, the more engaged the chat becomes. It makes it a lot more interesting for everybody. So smash the thumbs up button on YouTube. Thumbs down if you don't like me. I don't care. I'm totally unapologetic for the way people react to me, and hit the screen 10 to 12 times if you're on TikTok. I like Sterling. I'm trading with Dash Trader Pro, Moose. But I do like Sterling as well. So I was looking at Sterling as a potential for the Day Trade with Tony as a simulator for Day Trade with Tony. But they wanted me to pay up front for 50 users, and at the time when I was looking into it, I'll have to look back into it. At the time when I was looking into it, I didn't even have 50 students, so I need to look into it again. That was like this time last year, actually. So yeah, I do like Sterling though. what Sterling Trader and Dash Trader, there's a lot of similarities. What I like about them is the ability to script. You can create hotkeys or hot buttons with script, so you can actually do a lot of shortcuts. So, for example, you can place trigger orders and stuff. You can press a hotkey, you can program a hotkey on a script that it will open up an order. You might buy 500 shares of whatever it is at the market price or at the bid or whatever it is, and it'll buy them shares. And then once that's executed, the way you set your script up, you can then say place a stop loss at 10 cents below trailing stop loss or whatever the situation may be. So or even then you can place a range order, or on the execution of that range order you can then have it do another thing. So I like the way you can be scripted. I don't take enough advantage of the scripting in these platforms, but I do like the way it's you can do it. Lightspeed's another one, Ed. Lightspeed's another good platform. The problem with Lightspeed is they only serve the US market. So the platform's great, but as a broker they only serve the US market. You can't trade with the Lightspeed in Europe. So that's the problem with that. But it's probably one of the better platforms actually. I was playing with the platform. I was trying it out. Played this time last year, and I did like it. But then it wasn't functional for me because I can't trade in the US. No worries, Moose. No worries. Well, we've got less than 4 minutes to the to the bell, and it's been one of those very uneventful pre-markets. So we've got no real candidates for watching for Gap and Go. Maybe ONCS. I don't trust Rita. AMC isn't a gap and go, it's actually gapping down, but that could be of interest if it moves up. So I'm just going to keep my eye on the scanners, see what happens. Thinkorswim's nice. Thinkorswim's a great beginner platform, Thomas. It's quite intuitive and it's good to actually start off. But as you said, if you're an active day trader, the hot buttons, hotkeys, you want that direct access. You want hot buttons, hotkeys, programmable to you the way you like to operate. And Thinkorswim is more of a kind of one size fits all type approach, and it's not a bad platform. And I wouldn't say it's something I wouldn't trade. I would trade Thinkorswim if I had an account with TD Ameritrade, but I probably would go back to Dash Trader anyway. I've never traded with Webull. Webull, from my understanding, it's a web-based platform, and I'm not a big fan of web-based platforms. The likes of eToro as well is another one. And I'm not a big fan of web-based platforms. I just think they're a bit clunky. But Webull, Robinhood, as far as I'm aware, web-based. That's good to hear, Maxine. I mean, I've not had any problems with the customer service from CMEG either. So, Rita trying to make a move up. Let's just put a nice horizontal line here. This swing high. It was $90. It's at $90. Well, we've got a minute left, and I don't think the markets are going to do much else. So I'm just going to change the scanners over right now. May as well. Let's see if this thing. Ah, here we go. Let's get the scanners all working. There's the bell. Let's see if we can't get the scanners working here. Well, let's see. AMC. Richter selling off. Who said to short it? That might not have been a bad idea. AMC. Lionheart the third. Into an up halt. This went up to $35 pre-market. Dropped up to $35. Came all the way back down. Yeah, let's see what happens. Still not seeing anything worth trading just yet, but this time. Yes and yes, Cody. So I've actually got a swing trade. I'm in the middle of writing a swing trade course. I've written a quick one which I've put as part of the day trade, a bonus for people that sign up to the day trade with Tony. Rita looking at making another move. So that $90 level is key. But yes, I do swing trade. The problem with swing trade, I've got a long-term investments as well, but I've got a couple of some ETFs that I lump sum invest each month. The same with some S&P 500 stocks as well, and some crypto stocks. But the problem with swing trading that I have is I'm inherently a lazy trader, in that when I'm swing trading, I want to do, well, I have to do a little bit more research. There's a lot more involved in swing trading than there is in day trading. Day trading is totally technical. Swing trading, you want to look a little bit more into this technical as well, but you want to look into the fundamentals, and you want to be looking at the possibility, because you're holding it for a longer period. You want those guarantees. I will not swing trade penny stocks. I will not swing trade. So what you see me day trading, a lot of these stocks are garbage. They're up one day, they're down the next. So they're too risky to hold overnight. So yeah. Might be a shorting day today. Good stuff. That's nice. Nice 30-cent move, Vols. That's great. Well done. Palisade Bio, is it moving? Is it? Not really. Needs volume. Not doing anything. It looks like it's halted, but it's actually not. It's just there's just no volume. At the opening candle, and then after that, nothing. So Palisade, nice catalyst, no reaction to it. That's the problem with Palisade. So good luck if you're in it. Ford up at 12. Yeah, there's not a lot. Marathon Digital vomiting. What's going on with Marathon Digital? Ouch, that's healed. $633 the whole level down on Marathon Digital, but that's a huge drop. 50 cents already. Rivian, likewise. My Marathon Digital had earnings last night. Didn't go very well, so yeah. Rivian, again, that sold off last night. Managed to get a piece of this last night. Get some profits on the small account. No worries, Vols. My pleasure. Good to have you here keeping me company while I'm just watching the stock market hemorrhage. Let's have a look at the actual market itself. So the Nasdaq, what are you doing? You're hemorrhaging as well. So the overall market is hemorrhaging. Let's find something to trade. No. Nerdy's probably the best one in terms of momentum. Nerdy ain't moving that much, so we're lacking a lot of volume and volatility. So Nerdy's got some volume but no volatility. Let's just get rid of all the crap in terms of volume. Increase the volume now that we're in here. There we go. Let's get rid of this stuff here and yeah, you can see it's not a busy day today. It's looking very, very weak. Not a lot worth considering at all at the moment. Red Robin? Anybody? Beulah? Anybody? Well, I'm sorry, guys. I can't control the volatility of the market. I can't make things run so we can actually have trades. Some days it's just better to sit on your hands and do nothing. And at the moment, today's one of those days. So good luck if you're trading something. If you're looking at something, good luck to you. Right now, I'm not seeing anything worth trading myself. But hopefully that will change. There's plenty time. AMC trying to break its opening range, so let's have a look at AMC. But I did say I'm not touching it unless it gets over $7. The opening range, the high is 685. Struggling up there. AMC. There we go. Tap 690. I'll take a look at it for you, Mike. So, Pet IQ, there's no volume in it. It's moved up 15%, but there's no volume. I mean, we're not even getting 20,000 shares a minute, so there's no day trade there. It's very risky. ONCS just popped, so we finally get something moving. Oh, OncoSec Medical. Finally, we get something that's actually broke the pre-market highs. Let's see. Can we get, what's the hot level to the up? 78. We get a bit of a pullback and a continuation. Would be nice. The 260s, the high of day now. AMC's trying to get that past that 7 Marathon Digital bouncing up at $7. That was the breaker. Might get a bit of a continued pullback, but we're in now at 62. $0.12 range. Needs to find that support at the $0.50. I'm not adding to this position. Just gonna push this stop up here. I'm not feeling it right now, so only 20 cents off me and that's it. No idea what you're buying, Rustonian. You tell us, is this like a quiz? What do we win? If we can guess what you're buying, do we win anything? Is that a quiz show? What are we buying today, lads? Yeah, I'm not sure that format will take off. Sorry, Rustonian. On today's What Am I Buying Today, lads? We bought a crappy 5,000 shares of OncoSec Medical as it broke highs and pulled back. I am a momentum trader. I buy high, sell higher. That's what I'm trying to do, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. AMC breaking highs now, testing $7. Gets over $7, I might look at it. I saw CJJD. It's not on great volume though. I've got to say, I mean, it's moving up. I'll just take a quick look at it for you. CJJD, you can see it's moving up, but it's not on great volume. It's not on huge volume. 650,000 shares traded so far. It's up 21% right now, so it should be on the scanners, but I've filtered out the low volume, so and it comes under that criteria for in terms of low volume. So 20%. Let's see. Come back to that later. I don't mind flicking across when I've got the stop in place. AMC over 7, yeah, I just mentioned that it broke 7. I'm now interested in AMC as it goes green on the day, but I'm up one trade at a time, lads. One trade at a time. I will not be. On all accounts, I can only concentrate. My OCD won't let me flick between, parallel trades. I know somebody that will have like 2 or 3 montage open and be trading multiple trades at the same time. I'm like, how do you do that? It just makes no sense. He's got his hotkeys, so he can tab between the montages as well. So it's like, it makes no sense to me how people can do that. I've got, funnily enough, I think I've got my stop in the right place there, because that swing low came and touched my stop. It didn't stop me out, but it came and touched my stop. So if it breaks lows now, I'm definitely out. So we almost got profitable then. Macy's making a move, is it? I'll take a look at Macy's whilst we're waiting, whilst this is just consolidating. Probably not the best trade to have taken, but hey, look what we're doing. Macy's up at $21, looking strong. Volume's not huge on it though. I mean, 8,000 shares on this candle. It's not great in terms of volume. Knowing that what I like to trade at, 2.5, 5,000, 10,000 shares, there's not a lot of people trading Macy's. It's moving up, but it's not moving up on good volume. I mean, look at the volume profile. There is nothing there. So yeah, I'll wait for that. Again, annoying music. I wouldn't mind. I got a copyright strike against some of the music that I play from YouTube, and I wouldn't mind that particular thing I got a copyright strike was taken from their bloody audio library. So it's like, go figure. Short Macy's, it's looking very strong at the moment, so I wouldn't short it just yet. I'd wait for the indicator. Is Intel moving, is it? Let's have a look. Intel's having a good one, yeah. Intel's moving up nice. 2.5% up on the day. That's a good 50 cents. It's all relative. It looks that looks a lot bigger move than it actually is. It's a 50-cent move, or 60-cent move, if you will. I think we're getting a lot of the tech stocks are starting to move up now. So the markets are starting to swing that way. So Russell Index has moved up, is green on the day. The Nasdaq's moving up. It's about to go green on the day. The S&P 500 just gone green on the day. The Dow Jones is green on the day. So the markets have rallied and they've gone green. So that's why. So Not getting a breakout on this one. AMC's up at 707. Trying to get over that that profit line for the day. Marathon Digital going green on the day as well. Not today, you wouldn't, David. It's a losing day today. It's not a red day yet, but I mean, the markets they're just looking very, and this is looking like a nice little bull flag setup actually as it stands on the higher time frame. It's going to pull back, stop me out. Now it's going to break out and roll to the upside. Okay, well, not too worried about that. So markets trying to stay green. Moved up quite well. Nasdaq just gone red. Yeah. What am I going to do? Rivian selling off. I wouldn't say they got good earnings. I mean, that was last night after hours anyway. But it's not Marathon Digital. It's not looking strong. I'm not seeing anything. If we're looking for A+ setups, closest I'm getting is kind of a C+. That's Carvana. I'm not seeing any A+ setups at all. Marathon Digital. Everything's just choppy around yesterday's closing price. Very little movement in terms of performance. Not a lot of things are moving at the moment. So B&G Foods. We'll put 16s. Strong upwards move, but it's just not got that factor about it that I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that's trending, and this is just looking like very slow action. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Yeah, well, it's not. ONCS is still. I mean, I'm down on it, but it's still very much a bull flag setup. You've got the flagpole, and then you've got the setup there. So it's still very much a potential bull flag. It's not broke out of the flag formation yet. Just pull back a little bit more than I would have liked it to. So you've got the flagpole there, and then let's put a couple of trend lines in here. So you've got a trend line there, and I'll just duplicate it and put it down there. Exactly the same. Well, that's your. Typically, this would break Typically this will break upwards. What was the stop on I think at 43. 243 was my stop. Basically, when it pulled back, I put the stop just below the 245 line. When the pullback, the swing low, as it moved up, it swung back down. So the swing low was 243. So I left it there at 243. It pulled all the way back. Now we've got this downwards channel, which is typical of a bull flag. But the question is, how far do you let it go? We're down at the VWAP now. How far do you let it go for breakout? We're still within this channel range here. You've got to draw your line in the sand somewhere, and that's how you make money by protecting your equity. $1,000 is where I'm down at the moment, but that's 20 cents. If I take a 5,000 share position, which is what I tend to do in most cases, that's a 20-cent move. So I get something with a bit of volatility, and it's got to move 20, 30, 40 cents. I can make that $1,000 back really quickly. The problem that I've got is there's nothing moving. What happened with Rita? Nothing. So Rita right now, like a lot of the stocks that we've been looking at today, not really doing much at all. It's very choppy. The range, I mean, there's $1.50 on the range, but it's not really doing anything. I mean, it's $1.50 up at $90, which is the, as I've drawn here, is the key level. $90 is the key level here. You might want to try and get in and do that. LHDX, I'm sure that's an L, not an I, but so LHDX up at 120. So this is Lucira Health. Yeah, broke the highs from yesterday. We'll see. FDA approval is the reason why it moved so much. They got target bumps, analyst upgrades, and everything else. They got FDA approval of Sky Claris drug, so that's why it moved up by that much. Just gapped up because of the FDA approval, but it's not done anything since then. That's the thing, and that's what makes me worry about it moves like that. Is so this, yeah, we'll see. Well, it has become support. It's tapped it a couple of times. 3 times down here as support. So we'll see. I think today's going to be a 2-trade day. I don't think I'm going to trade much more unless I'll probably just wait. Just waiting for no, the widgets still aren't working properly for Benzinga, but that's okay. It's working for what I need it to work for. No problem, Restonian. Let's go back to This is the only one that's really seems to be moving right now. Yeah, so what are you guys watching? What are you guys trading? Are you green? Are you red? We're kind of caught in limbo land at the moment. Not a lot to trade. Oh, Lucira Health is moving up, but it's below the floor that I like to trade, so I won't be trading that. Test, it's over $0.25 now. How do you get my course, Shinwari John? You go into my link tree and click the link. It's quite simple. Go into the link tree that's, let me just get rid of the red lines there that are... Okay, so go into the link tree, go into my profile, you'll see that there is a link in my profile that says Linktree TikTok Trader. If you click on that, it will bring you to a page full of links, and the course is the... Well, I think you've got the merch first, and then the education course. Then you've got Benzinga. Then I think it's TraderView, then TradingView, then Dash Trader. So yeah, go into my link tree and you'll find it there. Yeah, Cedric, it's very difficult to trade today. It's probably best just to sit on your hands. Wait till something does start to move. There's not, the volume's missing, and quite frankly, it's not just the volume, it's the actual volatility is not great. It's a couple of movers. There is a couple of movers, but they're not reliable moves. So just be careful. If you are trading out there, just be careful. Wait for the right setup. There's been no volatility halts of note that I can think of. Well, I think there's probably 3 in that first minute, but that was about it. There's nothing going parabolic in terms of momentum. That's nothing new for Neo. Neo is quite a big float, but it doesn't. Let's have a look at Neo whilst we're talking about it. So Neo's not making money, by the way. Just so you, I like the super. They've got a supercar, an electric. They're an EV manufacturer. They're kind of a rival to Tesla in China, but they're not making any money. So Neo, they've got a great like roadster, not doing anything. That had that spike up. Currently 35 million shares traded on Neo off the course of the day today. Go figure. Well, I've not traded on the small account yet. I've got a small red. Small red on the main account here. Just waiting for something to rear its ugly head. And do you know what? It could happen at any time. Right now, there's nothing. There is nothing. When I'm seeing that, normally you'll get the signals, the Benzinga signal, the rolling. It's like a rolling ticker, constantly moving, but with price, mostly with price spike activity. I don't mind the price spike activity, but what I want to see is the day high series. So all I'm getting is price spike activity at the moment. If I'm not getting a day high series, basically nothing's breaking high of day, and if it is, it's just doing it as a price spike. It's touching high of day and then pulling back. So LVRO was a halt. Low volume to the downside. Resumed. Not even worth considering trading. HRT. And do a reversal. Again, it's just there's a lack of volume today, guys. There's a lack of volatility, a lack of volume, a lack of opportunity today. But today is going to be one of those days where if you're sitting at your screen all day, you don't actually. Yeah, I've already talked about Lucida Health. It is below $2, so that's why I'm not getting involved with it yet. That's kind of my rule. But it is up. It's probably one of the momentum stocks at the moment. It is probably the momentum stock of the moment. It's not probably. It is the momentum stock of the moment. But it's 132s right now. It's what 40, 42, 43% up on the day. So do I trade on China PMI? Not really. Not really, Pink Floyd. I don't find that affects the. I mean, it affects the Chinese stocks, sure, but I don't find it affects the US market in the same way that the US PMI would do. Same with the UK, and the ECB numbers as well. So you get country PMI like Germany, France, and stuff like that. They don't really affect the US stock. You might get a trickle through, but it doesn't really affect the US markets in the same way. Whereas the data can come out on the US markets, and it can have a huge volatile effect. So China PMI probably worth keeping an eye on, but from a trading point of view, it's not something that you're going to stop your trading and get out of a trade ahead of time. Whereas the US PMI, you don't want to be holding a trade when the PMI data drops, of a CPI data or any other inflation index. So finally pulling back a little bit. HPX, very small volume, very low volume, but that's a big move. That's a huge move. Halted to the upside. HPX Corp. Low volume though, so just be careful if you want to trade something like this that moves kind of $10 as this has done. There's an argument to say that you move up $4 to $4.50, then there's a pullback, then the continued move up. You've got halts, but this one here was the biggest volume candle that we've had, and that's not even 30,000 shares traded on that candle. So you can't, volatility and volume, you can't have one without the other for a trade. If you're trading intraday, you need both. If it's not got the volume, don't trade it. If it's not got the range, don't trade it. What are you trying to take advantage of? You need both volatility and volume, and one without the other is going to lose your money. Macy's. Well played, Kyle. I hope you made profit on that one. Shorting Macy's. There are options out there, but they're just risky. There are opportunities to make. There's still opportunities to make money. Just putting that out there. I'm not saying today you can't make money because nothing's moving. There is stuff moving. It's just risky because it's either moving on low volume or the moves are erratic. Then it's actually moving up and down, maybe within a range. it's not trending. You want to be trying to trade with a trend. So if it's moving up with a trend, that's where you want to try and take advantage of it. Let's have a look at Tesla. Tesla keeps pulling what? I think this is the least I've traded before at this time of the day. One trade since the open. The least I've traded for a long time. Tesla just selling with the market. Markets might be a short down. What I'll do is I'm going to walk the dog at the bottom of the hour, come back, and if there's nothing going long, I'm going to switch my scanners over and look for maybe a short strategy. Well, it doesn't look too good, if I'm being honest there, Kyle. Once it broke out of this channel, typically these channels tend to break upwards. I say typically, not always. No pattern is 100%. So that looks to be done for the day. So it's testing lows. It is testing lows now. It gets below $2. It's kind of off the market for me anyway. So Rivian Automotive is still selling off. Well, let's look at Rivian. So I'll show this to you on the wider time frame. So this is a 15-minute. So this is where I traded it yesterday. Rivian Automotive on earnings, bad earnings, still losing money, hand over fist, and it sold off. Well, I shorted this yesterday. It's a very liquid stock. It's easy to borrow, but as a result of that, you can't short it today. Well, you can short it, but you can't short it. It's on the short sale restrictions list. It's selling off. So you can potentially take a short position and hope it comes back and collects you, and then continues. But right now, it's not. It's on the short sale restrictions, which means that you have to short it on the ask or above, or short it above the bid. You can't. There's no shorting on or below the bid, essentially. So shorts. That's what the short sale restrictions is. So yeah, Rivian, difficult to short today. Easy to borrow, but difficult to short. That's the problem with it, and it's just hemorrhaging. I just think if I'd held my position, I can't remember what my position was last night. As I got in here, and if I'd held that, made another $2 to the downside from yesterday. Held it overnight. Could have done. Coulda, woulda, coulda. I'll be sitting here pretty. But there, look. TWT, trading with Tony, best bargain on the internet? Absolutely, Kyle. 100%. XRP, well, I've got a few problems with XRP. Is I'm underwater with it. That's what my problem with XRP is. But yeah, I'm holding XRP. I think crypto is in a bit of a state of limbo at the moment. We need to get back. Bitcoin needs to get over 25,000 and hold over there and start trending upwards. The problem is it's been very choppy. When it makes a bit of a push, it then pulls back, and so it needs to start. The crypto market needs to start trending upwards. Then XRP will come good. We should get news shortly of the SEC case. I think that's this. When is that? Is that this month or whatever? But if the finding against XRP is that it is an equity, it'll open up a whole can of worms, because there are all kinds of issues around tokens and coins that it will make the whole crypto world in the US just unpalatable. So yeah. I can't see how the SEC can win that case, personally. Yeah, I'm holding XRP long term. I've not got as much in XRP as I have in Cardano or Bitcoin or Ethereum, but I am holding it. And I can't even short Rivian. So I don't even know why I'm watching it hemorrhage. So let's have a look. What else is moving up? HPX, did that resume? That's still halted. Well, should resume in 2 minutes. Probably not worth trading. The lack of volume. Bellerophon. BLPH. Bellerophon. Again, low volume, and this is what I'm saying is that there's just not enough volume for me to say that's a good setup. It's moving, it looks strong enough as in terms of moving, but there's not enough volatility, so you're not seeing the moves. Just sat there at 222. It's not halted, just sat there at 222. So that's one thing, and just not enough range. 7 cents on the range for the move up. How do I trade halts? It depends if you get stuck in a halt or not. Trading into a halt, it depends on how it's trending. If it just moves up into a halt and it's trending, it's part of a bigger upwards move, and it's trending upwards, then you don't mind getting caught in the upwards halt, providing its momentum is in your favour. Because the likelihood is it's going to gap up. And if that's the case, then really you want to be putting stops in place, so a trailing stop in place. As you're going into a halt, you should see the halt level, so you always want a stop in place as you're going into a halt. Ideally a trailing stop if you can, but at least a halt going into the halt, so that if it does flush back on resumption, you can take some profits at least. But also if it gaps up before flushing back, it's going to take the stock with you, and that's the way I like to trade halts. I like to get into an upwards move, halted to the upside, a gap up, and if I can get a halt in place, a trailing stop in place on that halt, it just helps me with the risk management as well, because what I've seen over the last couple of weeks, and we've seen it over the last few months as well, is if you start chasing something that's going parabolic, it gets to the last couple of halts, and then you end up with a huge gap down. And if you've not got a stop in place, everything that you've made on the run up, you can lose it on the gap down on the back end. So you need to be careful and make sure that you manage risk with those halts. You need to absolutely have stops in place, particularly if you're talking about it's like the second or third or fourth halt in particular. Once you start seeing it gapping up and then moving straight up into another halt, you know the liquidity is drying up. That's what tends to cause the liquidity. It causes a squeeze because the demand for the stock is outstripping the supply, so the price then goes up, so the liquidity starts to dry up on the upside. So that's how I trade halts anyway. I get caught in an upward halt that's trending, a nice move up, get a stop in place at the earliest opportunity, and then ride it up. I'll see you tomorrow, Don. It looks like there's not a lot to trade. So if you like these low price stocks, the top momentum stock after HPX, which is very volatile, is LHDX. So this is Lucira Health. Put testing 145. It's now up 53% on the day, nearly. 50% on the day. Let's go have a look at HPX. Did that resume? I'm not going to be trading it. Not enough volume. Still not no resumption yet. So this is going to be a 20-minute halt. Oh no, it's actually resumed. That's a strange one. 12-minute halt. I'd say a bit soft. Halt level 2420, so it's at the halt level, so it's straight up into another halt. So and the volume's still coming in. It's not halted yet. There's still trades going through. It's not quite halted. You see the volume still coming in. It's about to halt. There we go. It's halted. So, hey, Swin, see you again, Shinwara John. Okay, I think I'm just going to call it a day. It's one of those days. I'll come back later. I'm going to take the dog for a walk. Hopefully, we'll get some. Maybe something drops at the bottom of the hour. Something drops at the top of the hour. If you're in the Day Trade with Tony community, if you've taken the course, you're in the Discord. I'll be streaming in the Discord later if I'm trading. It's as simple as that. If I'm not trading, there's no point in streaming. So I'll be in the live chat later on the Discord. Check it out. We'll everybody just keep posting your ideas and what you're seeing on the market. If you see something that I'm not seeing, post it in the Discord, and I'll see you there in a few minutes once I get back from walking the dog. If you're not in the Day Trade with Tony community, if you're not a member or you've not taken the course, then come back tomorrow. We'll be doing it again an hour before the market opens. So the last hour of pre-market, the first 90 minutes of the market, providing that we've actually got something to trade. There's no point me sitting here twiddling my thumbs just talking about low volatile moves up. There just isn't. So enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to take a break, book myself in for an appointment to get these teeth sorted because I really am in pain. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.